What up, guys? Wanted to jump on the low snap here and actually talk about Nick Bosa, who will not be playing against Tulane this Saturday and possibly longer. Urban Meyer coming back this week really came out and just said Nick Bosa will not be playing, will undergo further tests on his injury. It's labeled as a groin or like an abdomen injury. Could be a sports hernia, could be a partially torn groin muscle. Either way, not really the best scenario for a kid largely thought of to go number one overall in the draft next year. Speaking of Ohio State, just for a second on their team, I know the kid's injury is more important. Nick Bosa ain't a kid, dude's a man, but you get my point. Ohio State, don't really think they'll need him against Tulane. Don't want to plan, don't want to plan ahead too much, but I think they're really saving him for Penn State. I don't know how serious the injury is, of course, because it just came out. I'll be sure to update that as well. But the plan would be possibly keep him out during the Tulane game, obviously. Put him on a kind of a snap count for Penn State and get him going later in the year when they have those big games against Michigan State, Michigan, and possibly the Big Ten championship game. Could be different. I don't know what they would do. I don't know how this affects his draft stock, but it's definitely something to watch out for. And kind of building on Nick Bosa's hype, I really think that he will get more looks than Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver, the Houston defensive tackle I hit on earlier, I think they're both great players, but if I'm a team picking in the top 5 in the draft and I need a defensive lineman or just a better defense in general, I take Nick Bosa over Ed Oliver because Ed Oliver is a 280-pound defensive tackle, and that's an anomaly in the NFL. Aaron Donald has done great, but it's hard to say what a small defensive tackle would do again. You don't want to build your team on unique players. You want the quarterback that's strong. Let me ask you, if you had to pick between a quarterback that looked like Big Ben and looked like Russell Wilson, obviously with different names, you would pick Big Ben just because he looks the part. And the NFL is all about that. That's why at the combine they measure hand size, arm length, height, weight, all that type of stuff. So I think Nick Bosa can help or hurt his draft stock here. I don't know what'll come of it. Something to watch for. If it's a sports hernia thing, he'll obviously be out for a long period of time. If it's just a pulled groin or two, I would say with, the proper treatment, he could be back for the Penn State game. Obviously, maybe on that pitch count again. We'll see what happens. But Nick Bosa not playing next week due to a groin injury. Thanks for listening, guys.